Tuesday. Holy crap. You know what? It's really weird. I got to say, it's been 2 weeks since the last show. So it's been pretty good. So hopefully everybody had a great 4th of July. If you were out there making money, hopefully you were. I know some people weren't, especially for the weekend, which was kind of surprising. There were a lot of gray clouds of doom, of gloom, and some areas were really going crazy, including Buffalo. It was pretty much lit on fire the whole weekend, which was nice to see. And an update on those dooms of clouds. There hasn't been any in my app for like a while. It's been like little pockets, and that's really it. Like really small amounts. Like when you see a $1.25 surge, you just see like this little island there, and that's it. The rest of it's just surge. So it's like, okay, I'll take that. So hopefully you guys have that going on in your apps as well too, which is actually surprising. Normally summertime, you don't really get that busy in Buffalo, but I don't know. Hopefully things are kind of like a little bit shifting there for you. But welcome to the show. It's Tuesday. It's Show Me the Money Club. We're back. We had a little week hiatus. It was nice, even though we really didn't, because we were on Money Hungry, which is on Wednesday with Kim and Zach. Sergio, what's going on?
Good, man. Good. You know what they say, when you lose something, then you know how much you miss it or not. I didn't know what to do for 2 weeks with myself, although it was a good break for you and I. We're back. As you said at the start, the gray clouds gave away to little red in LA for a couple of days, and then we're back to doom.
Doom and gloom.
We're back to doom
and gloom.
signs.
Yeah, actually, I just opened up my app. I see surge zones. I don't see any doom and gloom.
No, doom and gloom is here to stay. We know why. We're gonna find out today why. But anyway, so I miss the audience. I miss doing it. We're fired up. We're ready to go. And welcome everybody.
We got a jam-packed show, because obviously, taking the week off, gig work does not, and there was a lot going on. So we're gonna get to a lot. We're gonna get through it. We're gonna try to stick to a schedule a little bit when it comes down to how long we're gonna stay on each topic. So hopefully that will stay. So first off, let's do the rundown. We are going to have special guest Drue Chrisman on very soon. He will be joining us when he gets a few moments. So that'll be pretty cool. Here to talk about him, football, but also what he does with DoorDash and all that good stuff. And I think Sergio, you have something good planned with him, so he'll be on very soon. We may be in the middle of a topic, so when he comes on, we're just going to bring him right on and go right to it. So he will be here soon. Then we're going to be talking about the shaving. That's the whole thing with this title today. We're going to be talking about where we are finding Uber shaving some more money and what you guys need to watch out for. Also, is Lyft following the same thing with shaving? We're going to be talking about that. We're also going to be talking about, when we bring things up on the show, are they fixing it? Because the whole EV discrepancy that we had when we talked about the Chicago drivers, where the Chicago driver was only getting 80 cents on average more. And then all of a sudden, EV drivers across the country were getting a couple of payments due to some issue. So are they watching the show? Are they realizing that they can't get away with it because we're going to be on their asses? So if you're an EV driver, let us know how much you were able to make. Send screenshots if you can to Sergio, so we can kind of see and tally. There was a driver who made a ton of money coming to him. So it just shows you that maybe it wasn't 80 cents more that they were getting, and maybe it was the full dollar. There's a lot of things going on there, and then how long it was going. So are they watching, and are they fixing things because we're watching? I don't know, but we'll talk about that. Also, we're going to be talking about Lyft support, talking about these significantly longer trips and why they're not being compensated. We have support chat basically saying why. So we're going to be sharing
evidence. Damning evidence. That's what I call it.
Absolutely. So it's definitely something we're going to have to bring up to David Risher when he's on, because I don't know about you, but my time is money. It's something I can't get back. So I better be compensated for time, as well as distance. But then we're going to be talking about, we talked about Uber's weekly statement. What is Lyft doing the same? I mean, their third-party fees are getting a little bit bloated, and it looks like their take is a little small. So the question is, Are they cooking the books too when it comes to that? And then Prop 22 is going to be heard by the California Supreme Court, and Uber is already sending out scare tactics on that. And then what Uber used to call a surge, we knew what, or a surge glitch, is a lie, and we're going to be going into exactly why. And then some sad news and also some funnies. So yeah, we got a jam-packed show for you today. Let's get right into it. First, we want to thank today's sponsor, Ualett. Of course, if you haven't known what Ualett is, or if you're just joining for the first time, if you have, any sort of money that you need to pay a bill coming up, if you got something wrong with your car and you're putting it off, the check engine light came on, if you got tires that need to be changed, whatever it might be, or if you want to, I don't know, take somebody out for a nice little vacation or something, you might not want to do that, but hey, it's a possibility where you can. Wallet may be the option for you, so here you go.
Are you a rideshare driver who needs extra cash? Meet Ualett. We're a cash advance company trusted by over 90,000 drivers. We help drivers who need cash advances for paying insurance, vehicle maintenance repairs, gas money, and any of your business-related endeavors. We have an extremely fast application process, allowing you to have your money in 24 hours. It's fast, no impact on your credit score, and no credit checks. We approve your application based on cash flow from your rideshare business. Join Ualett today and never worry about being strapped for cash again.
All right, so that is Ualett, and we just got a guest in our chat in the back room. We're going to bring him on right now. We want to say hello to Drue. Drue, what's going on?
Hey guys,
Hey.
how are we doing? Thanks for having me on.
There's my
appreciate
man.
it.
What's up, Drew?
Good to see you, Chris. Nice to meet you.
You as well.
Where are you at, Drew? Where are you at?
I am outside because we just got home from we ate at this local Greek restaurant, and my plan was just to hop on real quick. But apparently, I have a leak in my basement. Now there's a guy in here trying to fix it. So we got baby's bedtime and a dude clunking around downstairs in my pipe. So I thought it was best to enjoy the nice, beautiful Indiana weather we got going on. And probably I need to mow the yard, so maybe I'll just keep it this way. Try to hide.
Wow, you're good. Well, first of all, thank you for joining us. I know now you have emergency going on. You have a 1-year-old. You're traveling. You're doing all these things. So Drue Chrisman is a Cincinnati Bengal NFL football player. He's their punter. He's Ohio State Buckeye, was, not is. And so he's on hiatus from the NFL for about a month and a half or so. And so what did he do? Well, he first of all, he won our Show Me the Extra Mile Sunshine Award, 4th winner of it, and he wears number 4. So, I mean, how appropriate was that? We didn't make that up, by the way, people, okay? So that's one. Number 2, during summer, while he's in Cincinnati, he started doing some DoorDash on a bicycle, for 2 reasons. One, it was he wanted to stay in shape, obviously good aerobic exercise, and make a few bucks on the side. But while he's doing that, he discovered that his city had, a lot of people who were in need. And so what does he do? So, Drew, you take over now, and you tell us what you did, buddy.
Yeah, thanks for the start there. I usually have to do the whole thing. But, so it started off as just a nice little way to get some exercise in the break here before the season starts. And it has certainly turned into something more, to say the least, and it has grown to a point where I don't think I even saw it getting to, especially at this rate. Just the other day, I was handing out $3,000 worth of Skyline. I'm not sure if you guys are even familiar with Skyline. It certainly
Yes, I did. I saw that video. I saw that short. Yep.
I don't know if people are familiar with the actual chain. That's kind of the Cincinnati claim to fame is our chili, and it's the local spot, so they reached out to me. But I started using the DoorDash money. Shout out DoorDash, that I was racking up and just supporting some local businesses, and then handing the food out to anybody that I saw downtown that might have just needed to, smile on their face that day, and just a little help. And it's turned it now. People saw the videos. I've been making videos of that, and now people are just handing me food out for free to go out and give back. I've got another restaurant tomorrow lined up that they're just going to give me a bunch of sandwiches and water and chips. And so the city itself has really supported me, and I think it's touched their hearts as well by seeing how much that I was wanting to give back. So it's been been amazing, and I'm excited to see where this thing can go.
Well, I'm, we did our interview. It's on our channel, by the way. We did about a 25-minute interview. More details are there because we don't want to hold you too long today. But so here's an NFL football player got on a bike and paid it forward. I mean, helping the people in need, and obviously DoorDash figured you out, right? And what did they do? So tell us a little bit about DoorDash.
Yeah, DoorDash has been phenomenal. I picked an amazing company to work with. They reached out to me via social media, saw what I was doing, and they sent me some merch. They offered to put $1,000 towards any charity that I would choose, and they're going to double all of my earnings for the next couple of weeks here before the season. So they have supported this tremendously, and hats off to them. I'm certainly rocking the merch. I'm a DoorDash fan. They kind of have a monopoly of Cincinnati downtown. Not too many other. A lot of people use DoorDash over Uber Eats and other places that I've noticed, and so yeah, shout out to them.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, look, these gig apps have their good sides, bad sides. Everybody knows what they are, but we're not here to talk about that. But so, when are you going back to training camp?
We start back the 25th, so I got about 2 more weeks of freedom to kind of do whatever I want. Then my free time is certainly dwindled down a little bit, and we'll see what opportunities that I have to be able to give back look like at that point. So
yeah, great. So from the rideshare guy, by the way, so all the his favorite charity or his chosen charity is Shelter House in Cincinnati. So people, the link is in the show notes. Please go donate. Give Drue a hand in this amazing endeavor that he took on over the last month or so. And I'm sure he's going to continue. Are you going to continue this every summer or every chance you get? Or is there a bigger plan in this? Because this seems like it's grown like a wildfire now. So everybody's jumping on the bandwagon here, right?
Right, yeah, it's certainly snowballing at this point. I don't know when it'll stop. It'll probably kind of slow down naturally just with the season and just how much less free time that I'll have that I mentioned. But I don't know. I'm now getting bigger offers to give back even more than I had when I started and had more time, just with the amount of companies and people around town that love what I do and just kind of needed someone else to kind of piggyback on to do it in their own way as well. So I don't plan on stopping anytime soon. I don't know what it'll look like, but I feel like there's a piece of the puzzle I've been missing lately, and this has been that piece. And I think it's going to help a lot of people, and I enjoy that myself as well. So I am having a lot of fun with it.
Yeah, I mean, you're having fun, but you're doing great work. And I watch all those videos you put up on Twitter. Please go follow him, his social media. It's it's an amazing work, right? But this goes to show that it just starts with one person, and look where he's at now in a month. Obviously, social media has something to do with it. He couldn't have spread the word any other way, but hey, is social media used for a good cause? And please support Drue and what he's doing, and add the rideshare guy. We're we could do the best we can, obviously, but we're donating $200 to Drue's charity, Shelter House in Cincinnati. Again, the link is in the show notes. Please, give a hand. And then we have another plan, actually. Drue, let me run this by you. One of our viewers sent me a nice email today saying that he's so inspired by what you're doing, and he's in Portland, Oregon, right? And he said, I'm going to do the same thing Drue is doing now as a rideshare driver, right? And he's a full-time rideshare driver. This is like his living, right? He said, I'm going to take half my tips and then go donate and buy food and give it to people in need in my city. And he said, why don't we call this gigging it back? Like, instead of giving it back, gigging it back, right? Because gig with it, we're gigging it, right? So gigging it back. So Nathaniel, my brother on wheels, shout out to you. So I think we're going to, put a little push behind that idea. What do you think about that idea?
I love that. No, that's amazing to hear. Yeah, I've got some messages from like parents that have seen the videos as well, and they're even wanting to use just like their tooth fairy money or something to do something their own way. So I think that's another beautiful thing that we touched on a little bit with just social media. You see something and you just kind of find a way you can do it in your own way. It doesn't necessarily have to be starting up an app and giving your money out, but it can be something in just the smallest way possible. Complimenting someone throughout the day, mowing your neighbor's yard, just out of the blue and surprising somebody, it can really have a lasting effect on not only that person's day, but then they might want to pay it forward as well. So it's just, kind of a ripple effect. And I think the world needs a little bit of that more at the moment. So that's amazing to hear. That's
we may send you some merch saying gigging it back.
Oh no, gigging it back. I love it. No, let's get some t-shirts. Send me
there you go. So, we don't want to hold you up too much. I know you have some emergency in your basement, but, I want to thank you for everything you have done. And you have a lifelong friend here with us, Chris, myself, the rideshare guy crew. And, anything else you want to add to remaining couple of minutes? I think you're an amazing human being, obviously. And we'll keep in touch. We're not going to let you go. We're going to keep following you. And then, whatever you do in life, we wish you nothing the best. And God bless your 1-year-old, your wife, your family, and anything you want to add in parting?
No, just God bless you, Sergio. Appreciate the opportunity to come on here and, kind of support what I'm doing. Maybe help grow this a little bit, more with the platform that you have as well. And then just kind of reiterate what I said earlier, just, do something your own way. Doesn't have to necessarily be, even if you don't want to work with me, but there's a lot of need in the world. And I think if you just go out and try to do your own small part, if everybody does that, it goes a long way. So, no, but thanks again for, nominate me for being the 4th winner, number 4 here. And it's been awesome meeting you.
It's great. Let's keep in touch. You always have a friend here. So, again, people, here you go. Give Drue a hand. Wish you the best in the upcoming NFL season. Stay healthy, and God bless you, man.
God bless you. Gig it back. I love it.
All right. Have a good one, Drue. Thank you.
Thanks, guys. See ya.
Bye. All right. So that was Drue coming on, sharing a little bit more. Awesome work there. And then Nathaniel was in the chat. So I put that comment up. Bills fan, though, for sure, being from Central New York.
Yeah, he sent me that email this afternoon. I wasn't going to mention it because I was going to do it next week. But, I think it's great. Gigging it back, bro.
I like that.
That's the new slogan. That's a new slogan for me to wear. T-shirt, a new T-shirt, So, he's an amazing, I could be his dad. He's 25 years old. He's Ohio State Buckeye, Cincinnati NFL footballer. He didn't quit. He didn't make it the first 2 years, but he kept at it. And now he's just starting being a punter for the Cincinatti Bengals. And, amazing. What else is there to say? A deserving winner of 4th Show Me the Extra Mile Sunshine Award. There you go.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And then not only that, seeing it kind of steamroll into something much bigger is even better. And, seeing other people being inspired by it is always good. So we can put a little bit good back into the world versus a lot of the crap that you like to see. So, yes, we are doing our Show Me the Extra Sunshine Mile Award. And if you have a great story where you go above and beyond, where you're paying it forward, if you're doing something extra above and beyond, Nathaniel, you're doing something extra above and beyond again. But he won. He was the inaugural winner, so he was the first winner. But yeah, if you have a great story, pay it forward or something, send it to Sergio at therideshareguy.com. And you could be chosen for the next Show Me the Extra Mile Sunshine Award. And you could win $100 and have a lovely little interview with Sergio, sharing your story, sharing your inspiration, what goes on there, hopefully giving some more good into the world. And hopefully some of these can start, again, snowballing into something bigger.
Yeah, I agree. So, please send me the emails, Sergio at therideshareguy.com. Our Sunshine Man, Jeff, who is on vacation, will get those, and he'll be the judge, jury, and then I'll be the executioner. So, that's it. Yeah, let's get on with it then.
All right, let's get right into it. What you guys came, besides Drue, obviously coming in. John, thank you. Appreciate the super chat. Be profitable. Don't be an ant. Absolutely.
Damn right. Hey, John. He quit being a gig worker, and now he's got a W-2.
Well, hey, you know what? I mean, sometimes you got to look at how the money comes, and you got to pay attention to your. That's the whole thing when it comes to gigs. Like, yeah, you can have the freedom and flexibility, but if you're not getting the pay behind it, and it's not making financial sense to you, then it's not going to be worth it. So, yeah, doing something. It's about being smart. And John, good luck for everything, and hope you enjoy whatever job you have taken. And the other thing is, if you need some extra cash, now you can just go online at the times that it makes sense for you, and make some extra cash. So that's always a good thing.
Yeah, always.
But yeah, let's talk about this shaving. What's going on here? What are we finding? What new places are they shaving? Let's be real. Uber is probably shaving everything they can when it comes to an additional amount that's being added to your base fare. It started with the fares themselves. Some drivers were getting more than others. We call that algorithmic wage discrimination. You could call it shaving at this point, wage shaving, whatever it might be from driver to driver. We were talking about the surge. The additional surge was being put into the base fare. So the base fare was actually was shrinking actually. And so if let's say a $5 base fare with surge would then become maybe $2.50, $1, $0. And then you'd be making just essentially what the surge was. So yeah, we've seen that. That's where they were shaving. We saw this EV incentive where it was going from $1 extra per ride, where some drivers were getting, $9.28, and a driver with an EV was getting $10.08. So it was only 80 cents, not $1. So we've seen that. Now, where's the next part that they're shaving?
Yeah. So, Chris aptly put it. Here's the deal. Look, upfront fares have been around for 6-8 months, depending on where you are around the country.
Actually, it was about a year at this point now.
Okay.
Yeah, because it started in mid-July, and I got it in at the beginning of August.
Yeah, I got it in I got it in like October. But the point I'm trying to make, Chris, is that this upfront fares algorithm is geared to do any of this very easily. Okay. Before, when there is time and distance, miles and minutes, rate cards, this was not possible, because a trip for Chris and myself would be the same distance, same duration. You couldn't do this. But now with the upfront fares, they can do anything they want. So they could do time and mileage shaving. They can do EV bonus shaving. They can do anything. They can do whatever. We call it shaving. I mean, if you guys have a better idea, put it in the in the comments, because I truly think it's shaving, because at their scale of 2.1 billion trips last quarter, they don't have to shave much, nickels and dimes, and it's hundreds of millions of dollars. So this upfront fare, Chris, I'm just going to do whatever I can do to either fix this or go to the FTC with all this that we have now accumulated. And I'm deadly serious about this. Whoever's watching this at Uber and Lyft, you guys got to fix this. We are no dummies here. We know what we're doing here, and you guys definitely know what you're doing there. So, either we got to get rid of upfront fares, which I doubt very much that we could do that, or, but we're going to bring all these things forward every time we see one, time and mileage shaving, EV bonus shaving. Now, Chris, we're into the Quest shaving. They changed the Quest a couple of months ago for a lot of people. Instead of going from trip-based quests, now we have dollar goal quests, which is bonkers in itself. I mean, I don't like it. I really don't. But let's say you're switched. You cannot go back. You don't have a choice. Like if they gave you a choice between, okay, do you want to do dollar quest this week, or do you want to do, trip goal quest? And I'm like, okay, I'd at least give a choice. But of course, now why would we have a choice? Because it's
because they want to shave.
Yeah, it's better for them. Then they can shave, not only shave, but they can also force you to do longer trips to get to that higher dollar quest amount, right? Because you have to do, you can't do, 325 trips. Shaving equals stealing. Yeah, I agree with you. And like I said, I'm no gun shy here. I'm going to do everything in my power, and I'm serious. I mean, I have the media behind me. I already have all the packages ready, and it's been looked at already. And one after the other, every month, we're going to pop something. What we're going to pop is all these injustices, or some people may not call that, but we're gonna try to stop this. Look, a lot of you may say, well, you guys have no power, you guys have none of this, that. Well, that may be true, but at least somebody has to put their whole, feet to the fire. And I got this week, and I wasn't even thinking about it, to be honest with you. And then here you go. Now this is a person with a dollar quest. Chris, look at the first trip. Luckily, that day, this person did two single trips, right? Mm-hmm. So the first one is $16.25, including a $4 tip. So how much of that $16.25 should have gone towards her quest?
Should have been everything.
$12.25. No, tips don't go to the dollar quest, right?
Oh, yeah, that's right. I'm sorry.
There is $12.25 there, right, buddy? And then the next one is a simple, regular, Uber X trip, 3 miles, 8.5, 841 for $4.94. So I'm thinking $12.25 plus $4.94 should be going towards the dollar quest goal. Period. It's simple freaking math, people. No. What did Uber do? Look what Uber did in the middle screenshot, Chris. The net fare, instead of $12.25 plus $4.94, right, which is a lot higher than $13.50, they said other earnings and put $3.69 and lowered her quest goal. I'm going like, what kind of bullshit is that? And look at the right screenshot. $13.50 as opposed to $12.25 plus $4.94 went towards her quest goal. Why? Why, Uber? What is that? What is that other earnings? What is that? There's nothing else here. There's no surge. There's no boost. There's nothing. It's two simple, regular Uber X trips. What's up here? So now, do we have to now look at this too now? I mean, we don't have enough to do driving your, passengers around. Now we have to pay attention to this as well. You know how debilitating that is, Uber? That we have to chase our own money day after day with support shenanigans, cancellation fees, scheduled trip shenanigans, all this stuff. It's all because of upfront fares, Chris. If there was no upfront fares, none of this shit would exist.
For sure. But you know what angers me more too? I mean, obviously, yes, the shaving is one thing. And what is this other earnings besides?
I have no idea.
Why shouldn't it just be part of the net fare? It's all part of net fare. That's what it should be. So I don't know what other earnings actually is. But the other thing, look at that. $380 for Quest Goal. You get $10 extra.
Yeah. Figured that.
Seriously? Like, you're going to make that more in tips doing that Quest Goal than you are going to be.
I have a calculator right here. I added it up. So $12.25 plus $4.94 is $17.19, which should have gone towards our Quest goal of $380, right? Mm-hmm. Uber just put in $13.50. Guess what, buddy? If you add $13.50 and $3.69, it's $17.19, exactly what it should be. So Uber just shaved $3.69 out of this fucking Quest. I'm going like, huh?
So exactly, what is this $3.69? What is this other earnings that they're talking about?
I have no idea.
That's really what I want to know.
Yeah, well, she called support and she figured it out. And look what they said. The next screenshot is that one, if you have it.
Yep.
Yeah, there you go. She called support. Okay. She's chasing her own money. It's a she. So sorry, but I'm not going to tell her name. This is the problem here. You work the whole damn shift. You're tired. You drove for 10 hours. Should you even chase your money, well-earned money, with these AI bots that both companies have now support, right? And here's their answer. Here's their cut and paste bullshit answer. Rest assured, we have communicated this issue to our tech teams. Of course, this is the cut and paste. I understand that this is definitely not the kind of experience. Of course not. Why should I be chasing my money, with you after a long day of driving? This should be automatic, bro. Do we have to take screenshots of this too now? We have to sit there. Imagine this, Chris, at the end of every day. If you're doing a Quest goal, dollar Quest goal, you have to sit there and add the trips and compare it to what the meter says, because the meter may not be correct. Remember, they were doing that with Uber Pro. They were doing all this shit. Why do we have to play accountant here? This is a simple goddamn business. We don't have to do any of this. We're driving. Anyway, and then it says, however, the main reason behind this delay we've been facing in getting this solved for you is related to an ongoing issue with our internal tools. Well, fix it.
Everything seems like it's an ongoing issue between their tools.
Fix the fucking tool. I mean, come on, man. So anyway, so sorry, but rest assured we have communicated, blah, blah, blah. This is the answer. So now this driver, paying attention like a hawk to the meter, to the Quest goal meter. Why? Why should we even be bothered with this? It's bad enough we're picking up passenger, dropping off, drunks, this, that. Now have to pay attention to this too? Come on, man.
Oh, yeah. You got to pay attention to everything, and that's the whole thing. That's first off, that's why you need screenshots of everything. I'm almost at the point where you should just hit screen record and screen record your entire duration that you're driving, so you have everything and you don't miss it, and then go through that screenshot and just screenshot everything that you need out of that. But I mean, that's what it's coming down to, and it's so messed up and it's so weird. But that actually makes you wonder, is that the reason why they were doing the Quest goal change to begin with? I mean, I'm still on the ride count. I've been on the ride count. I haven't seen, Quest goals, so I'm hoping it stays off as long as it can. I know it's coming, but that's the whole thing. I'd rather do ride than
it's easier to do this, what they just did with the Quest goal versus a trip counter, right? That's easy. You did 10 trips, it's 10 trips. Shit, you can't lie about that because they have to put that receipt up there. On this one, you have to figure out the dollars now. The net fare, is it comparative to the meter on the Quest goal? I'm like, come on, man. Come on, people. You guys, just come on, man. Whatever.
Yeah, it's absolutely ridiculous.
So pay attention to this too, people. On top of EV bonus shaving, we're going to discuss the time and distance shaving with some damning evidence from support. Now Quest goal shaving. I mean, come on, people. Come on, people. So I mean, I'm up to here with this. Seriously. Sheldon, thank you, man.
Yeah. Hopefully you get that money. And then we Zoom appreciate that as well too. But yeah, I don't understand it. It's absolutely ridiculous. And this is why, I say from the beginning, I don't really like upfront fares. I like the fact that you can see where you're going and all that. And acceptance rate means absolutely diddly squat. I mean, they're probably going to continue trying to finagle that. But this is ridiculous because they always say from the get-go that if it's wrong and you're not accepting rides, that it's their fault. They should be fixing this. So why should we have to continually see all these so-called glitches and, get on them about doing that? And then all of a sudden, oh, whoops, that was a glitch. And then we fix it. And then, oh, here's your back pay or something. And one of the problems with that is like, okay, well, you've had all of this money in this account that you've collected from people. How much interest are you gaining from it? How much did you put away? Like, so I want to be charging you interest on this type of stuff because this is absolutely getting out of hand. This is taking away some people's livelihoods. Speaking of that, going on to the EV shaving, because that's what we're sticking to. We talked about that. We showed the Chicago drivers, the 4 phones sitting right next to each other. 3 of the phones, for the most part, were getting actually the same trips. So, is the wage discrimination actually fixed? Well, maybe not. That's why we have to continually test these things, because if you don't know, if you're not sitting next to somebody seeing the same ride come in, you don't know. This is the exact reason why we found the EV shaving from the get-go. Right after we talked about that, we were talking to a couple other people in the news atmosphere, and I'm sure they probably started questioning Uber about this. And, then come to find out literally the next day, we see these screenshots from people. Due to a technical error, some of your trips did not include the zero emissions incentive. That extra nice little dollar for all you EV drivers out there, which you are qualified to receive.
Yeah. Whoever's driving EVs around the country, rental, your own EV, whatever the heck it is, right? Some people, this is the highest I've seen this kind of message with this kind of message, but there were a bunch of people that sent me emails and I put the highest, obviously. So how long has this been going on? Well, from the start of upfront fares. Is it related to upfront fares? Look, we're not taking credit for any of this. All we're saying is, I think there's too much of a goddamn coincidence, because that's Gabe is here, right? Our resident EV specialist. Yep. And I sent this to Gabe. I go, did you get any money? He goes, no. And he was pissed. He was like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I'm like, he can talk about you on his end when his show shows up, which is EV money. But this is not cool, people. This upfront fares bullshit is not cool. And a lot of people, gullible drivers, they go, no, I'm getting my whole dollar. Do you know why? You're not getting the whole dollar. You don't even know what's happening to you. You're seeing the whole dollar in your earnings statement that says promotion, dollar. You did 50 trips, you got $50, right? Well, guess what? while you were doing those 50 trips, you got shaved on those 50 trips 20 cents at a time. You didn't get 50, you got 40 because the same trip was offered to you. And here they are. Here they are. 3 drivers. The left 3 are ICE vehicles, meaning gas vehicles. The one on the right is a Tesla driver. Well, there you go. There's your 79 cents right there. There you go. So the guy, there's another one. All the 2614s. The guy on the right, 26.94. There's 20 cents more. The next one, 468 across the board. See, these all 3 guys are receiving. So the guy on the right should be getting this at 568, not 534. But guess what, Chris? After the trip, that dollar EV credit shows up.
Yep.
Just like a promotion. But he got just shaved. He got just shaved like 36 cents or 26 cents. I'm going like, you guys must understand this. You guys must understand what's happening here. We're just trying to inform, educate, and show you guys what we're discovering. So pretty soon, I'm serious, we're going to expand this because I can't just do this. I need help, and Chris needs help. We need to select drivers in every city, which we know, leaders of their groups, and we need to go to the FTC. We need to go to the local legislatures. We need to go wherever we need to go to. This is unacceptable. There he goes again, another 20 cents. Yep. Well, this is not a coincidence. There it goes again, another 20 cents.
And so for all the EV drivers out there, we're going to reiterate
you guys are getting
what ends up happening. What ends up happening is if an ICE vehicle takes this particular ride that's on the screen for $9.50, they're going to see their base fare $9.50. What you're going to see if you took the same ride and got it at $10.30, you're going to see your base fare instead of $9.50, it's going to be dropped down to $9.30, and then you're going to see that $1 incentive. And so that's why where that 20-cent shaving is. So that's what ends up happening. So it looks like you're getting the extra dollar, but you're really not. And this is clear, definitive proof showing. I mean, this is, again, multiple times. We have more screenshots of this actually happening, and it's crazy. So again, the only way we can do this is by testing and retesting, making sure that these glitches that they claim, which who knows if they're glitches. I mean, they could be baked in there until somebody finds it, and then they're like, oh crap, gig is up. Now we need to back pay. But hey, how much money? I mean, that one driver got $1,800. The Chicago driver right here, the Tesla owner, he got $40.
Yeah.
So I mean, you know, 20 cents at a time, or around 20 cents. I mean, sometimes it was a little bit less. Sometimes it was a little bit more in terms of how much was shaved.
$1, right? Sometimes it was $1, but mostly it was a 20-cent shave. Mostly.
Yeah.
Right.
So this is something where you got to get out with your other drivers and just sit there and test. Go grab a cup of coffee. Yeah. Go hang out for a little bit. Take a break. Yeah. Stand up. Walk around. Wait in the airport.
Funny thing is, Chris, the funny thing is, this is so deceptively sneaky. Okay.
Oh yeah, because nobody would know.
If you're not sitting next to another ICE vehicle driver, you will never know. You will never know. You go like, oh, I got my $1 because it says $1 right here. I'm like, no, you didn't get $1. You didn't get shit. And I have screenshots that are going to be shown next week. Up in my alley right here. They're taking the whole $1 away, Chris. The whole $1. ICE vehicle is getting $4 tip. The other guy is getting $4 tip. What happened to his $1? Now
I thought it was. I thought if the screenshot reminds me correctly, the ICE car was getting $4, where the EV should have been getting $5, but he was offered only $3.99. So it was actually a penny less than the $1 extra that they were supposed to.
I'm like, I'm like, okay, so this is the second shaving, right? So we're doing all shaving today. We're doing like shave men's club or whatever the heck that is. So we showed you guys the new Quest Gold shaving. You gotta watch that now. Yeah, I'm sorry, more trouble for you drivers. You gotta watch this EV shaving, but the only way you can discover this is if you're sitting next to a gas vehicle owner. Compare your trips. These, by the way, people, we didn't make these up. These were identical trips, identical pickup, same time of the day, same passenger, same circumstances. This was not. We're not the enemy of Uber. We're just trying to figure this thing out for everybody else.
We're inquisitive.
Nobody else is doing it. I mean, might as well somebody do it. Somebody put their feet to the fire, man. So anyway, that's so but some people got money. If you got money, hopefully it was because of what we discovered, but probably not, and probably a circumstance. But hey, shit.
I don't know, but either way, I'm glad that they were giving out the money that was due to these drivers. Because yeah, that's absolutely crazy. I mean, like I said, the one EV driver in Chicago, he did say that it seemed to be fixed. But this is something where you got to continue. We got to continually check this.
Absolutely.
I mean, because they could fix it for a little bit, and then all of a sudden you download a new version of the app, and the glitch is rebacked in there. So this is something that again we got to continually stay on. So yeah, it's something that we want you to pay attention to when it comes down to it. Hopefully, you did make that money again. Oh, you were an EV driver until you got rear-ended. Sorry, William. Hopefully you're okay.
Yeah.
Seems like you are. Hopefully your car, everything gets fixed and solved quickly.
Mike Smith, that's a good comment. Gullible job, but Mike, those days we had mile and minutes, so I don't know if they could have done this. But when the upfront showed up, people, it's open game. They can do whatever they want. Honest to God, they can do whatever they want. It's just like, so we may be actually, Chris, scratching the surface of this thing. There may be so many other things that we haven't figured it out yet, but we will. And I'm no joke. I'm telling you, I'm tagging every time I tweet these. I'm tagging FTC now.
I know. I see that.
I'm like, hey, you know what? Come down. Let's see what you bet. It may not be illegal. I don't know. I honestly don't know. It's not illegal. It's unethical. It's false advertising because you're advertising $1 EV credit to all these people who are going to go make a huge investment and buy an EV because of the $1 credit. But you're not up to $4,000 a year. But it's not $4,000. It's $3,000, or maybe less. Or maybe I
believe is against quite a bit when it comes to like consumer protections and things like that. Because if you're going and banking on an extra $4,000, but they're shaving 20 cents off, saying, oh, hey, you're going to get, 4,000 that you can max out. But really, if you did on average 80 cents and shaved off 20, you're only going to get 3,600. And it's going to show that you've maxed out. So you lost $400 there.
On top of that.
I mean, the thing is, when you start uncovering one thing, it's like, okay, what else are they doing? So we keep looking for the other things. And it's just to figure out exactly what's going on. That's where it started. What's going on? Our drivers, I think actually the original hypothesis was our drivers who are cherry pickers getting better ride offers than others. And that was exactly what was going on that we saw. We don't know if it was cherry pickers or not, but we were seeing the difference in pricing. And then it's like, okay, well, now we're seeing these surge prices. What else are we seeing and all that? So
good question, Sean. I wish I knew the answer for that. But this is going places. So we're working with a couple of journalists. We're going to break this like we did the other LA Times story with the Prop 22. I don't know where you unless you have proof like we do, you're sitting next to a driver. I don't know how you get your money. Honestly, I don't know. I know they're doing it, but we're going to figure it out somehow. I don't know. So
yeah, it honestly, that's the thing. It's the hardest thing to figure out unless you're sitting next to somebody. Because again, what they do is it shows your base fare lower than the other driver that's around you that would have taken the ride at a different cost. And then it shows that $1 extra. So there's something within the base fare where it's like, oh, we're going to just be this snowball and we're going to accumulate part of it. And then it's going to add a little bit, but it's not really going to add the full amount. So we're seeing that everywhere. And we just want to make you aware, especially, you might not be an EV driver, so this may not affect you. You may be thinking about becoming an EV driver, and this may affect you, but this is something that you want to pay attention to. It may hold you off for a little bit to see if this is going to be figured out. Again, from the driver I talked to, it sounds like it is, but it's something we got to continually do.
Oh, I'm going
the
to
other
test it.
side of the coin too.
My wife drives an EV. We Zoom has an EV. I'm going to get another gas driver. We're going to do a 2-on-2 this time.
All right.
Next week we're going to do it. I mean, it's just because I don't know. I mean, look, I don't know if they're watching. We know, Chris and I know they're watching. Okay, so I don't know. I mean, look, if that's the end result, that them watching and saying, "Oh shit, we're about to get class action on top of our head. Let's not do that. Let's fix it." Okay, great. Hey, they're never going to tell us, "Oh, we fixed it because we watched it on Show Me the Money." But hey, if we can do something good, we can do something good. That's it.
Yep. And then, I mean, on the flip side, just finding out what's going on with the Quest surge or the Quest goals. That's something that could be affecting anybody who has Quest goals that's going for it. So yeah, this is something you guys pay attention to, please. And if you want to take part in different tests, get a couple drivers, go grab a cup of coffee, do something, hang out, get to know your other drivers. It's great to have that, networking. So you know what's going on. You guys can talk to each other and all that within your area. But yeah, you can run the tests. Just screen record, send it to us. We'll sync it up. We'll look at everything, and then we'll break it down and see exactly what's going on and try to figure it out even more. So with that being said, let's move on to our next thing. We talked about Uber quite a bit when it comes to the shaving. What about Lyft?
Yeah. Same shit. Okay,
Same.
I've been getting a lot of these, a lot of requests to put these up. Look, I put one up. I personally like Lyft scheduled trips because I live in the suburbs. It gets me to the LAX. It gets me to the city where the hot zone is every morning. So the day before or a couple days before, I'll go to scheduled trips, pick one up that's going to take me to LAX. Look, the pay is not great, but buck a mile, buck and a quarter a mile. On most of these trips, you're going to get tipped, especially if you're taking them early morning LAX runs. I'm talking my own city now or whatever you are. So scheduled trips I like on Lyft because it gets me to where I need to go and get paid. However, I've been getting tons of emails about this. From what I knew, I guess I don't know anymore, which was, Chris, is that even upfront, they will show you the fare, but it will convert to, even under upfront fares, it would have converted to miles and minutes on scheduled trips. Obviously, that's not happening now. I've gotten so many screenshots, but this is the one I put up because it had a happy ending. There you go. Okay. So this is this is when you reserve off the Lyft map where you click reserve, you take that trip. Lyft is showing you $22 and $27 for that trip. It's 37 minutes for 22 miles. All right, great. Okay. So the next morning, when it says, you're Lyft with this passenger, when they send you the actual ping, now it says $22.19. I'm going like, there goes more shaving. That's like $5 difference. And if you guys pay attention to the pickup and drop off, it's the same thing. It's the same time, same duration. Nothing changed. So, wow, you're like showing me the right hook and then you're hitting me with the left uppercut? What's going on here? One says 27, the other one says 22.19. Why? Why doesn't it say 27? Or if you think I'm not going to pick this trip up, you're highballing me on the scheduled trip screen, but you're lowballing me when the actual offer comes in. That's a pisser, Lyft. Don't do that. That's bullshit. And then at the end of the day, again, poor driver, with this Lyft chat bots this time, they go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And finally, Lyft gives up and gives the guy $4.37 because the scheduled trip contract, or it's an original contract, I'm accepting it, $27. Otherwise, maybe this guy wouldn't have picked it as a scheduled trip. You know what I mean? Because it's the same. Look at the mileage, Chris.
Yeah.
In fact, the actual trip was 7 minutes shorter. So and the mileage was exactly the same, 22.3 to 22.3. So for 7 minutes, Lyft cuts it down $5. Hello. So how about we're going to talk about the next segment, which is going to be going into the next one. Well, if we go over an hour, you're not paying us for time. But if the trip goes shorter, you're cutting us? No, we're watching. It's okay. But at least this driver got their money, $4.37.
Yeah, but did you add the 22.19 and the 4.37?
Of course.
What does it come to?
It comes to close to 27, buddy.
it comes close, but it does not come to 27 exactly.
Of course not. Yeah.
So even right there, they're shaving you, and that's Bro, where the dimes are coming in. Before it was almost $5. Now it's dimes that they're shaving off. So yeah, Lyft is doing it too. So Lyft, trust me, we're watching and we're paying attention, and we're gonna find out anything more we need to find out. So
I have so many of these, by the way. This was one of the most popular on the 4th of July week. The email popularity I get, I get a lot of these. I go, this must be a popular story.
Yeah, I've seen the scheduled trip and then the actual trip be off, but not by that much. I've only seen it maybe by like $1 at the most, $1.10. No, most of the time it's like 80 cents, which is still 80 cents. I mean, think about it. 80 cents over how many rides? Like that's going to add up.
Obviously Lyft is not as big as Uber, but hey, they do quite a bit of their shares. They're 25% of the market in most cities. So hey, Chris, this is not what it's supposed to be for a simple business of picking up point A, dropping off point B.
No, they
Oh my
have to.
God.
They have to try to gamify anything they can.
Oh my God, man. This is not that complicated, people. I mean, seriously. You guys could save so much money if you fired all those coders, put $1.50 a mile, and 60 cents a minute, or 50 cents a minute, whatever, up different for each city. We wake up, we drop off, we're happy, we're driving. None of this, and show me the money wouldn't exist. So if you guys want to shut us up, there's nothing to bitch about. Well, you just fix it all, and then we'll be gone. Have a nice day.
Well, before we move on, one of the next topic that we're going to be talking about is Lyft support. Now, if you ever talk to somebody in chat, it's always good to make sure you're recording that conversation, so then you can reference it back if you need to. What we're going to be talking about in a few moments was through chat support. But again, if you ever actually are talking to somebody, record it. Another reason why you should have a dash camera. So again, we want to make sure you get out there, get a dash cam. We recommend Display Ride. And what's awesome is RSG20, the code will get you 20% off. So you'll get it $20 a month instead of $25, which means you can record the audio conversations and whatever happens in your car on top of that. So if you ever are with support, you have that conversation recorded and you can reference it again later if you need it. So if somebody says one thing, you can say, oh, well, Charmander said this when Johnny Poo Poo said that, and who's going to be the right one? And hopefully you'll be able to get that fixed. So fun little fact, just another little reason why you should have a dash camera on top of it, especially one that records audio like the Display Ride one does.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I have mine, obviously. I had it for a year. Now I see on their website 5G now. So Abdul Karim is the CEO. Abdul Kasim is the CEO. And if you're watching, I would like the 5G. Maybe it's better. I don't know.
I don't know. But we did. I got to highlight this comment. This was one where we were talking about an Uber driver that was killed because she thought the woman thought she was being kidnapped. We talked about that a couple weeks ago. McCaufman had a comment that said, guys, I love my Display Ride camera. I was involved in a hit and run and the camera captured everything. Hopefully you're okay there, McCaufman. Now the lady is being held in jail on a felony hit and run charge because of having the camera. So that is another thing. People may not want to stick around in the event of an accident. Another reason why having a dash camera, whether you're a rideshare driver, whether you're a food delivery driver or not, you should have a dash camera, a driver in general, just because of that. So he said it was super simple to install and retrieve the video for the Virginia State Police, worth every penny of the $20 a month. So just a little snippet there when it comes to it.
That's a good catch. I mean, look, it happens. Look, the more you drive, it's not about matter of when. I mean, when you're going to get in a crash. It's inevitable. It's going to happen. Your fault, their fault, whatever. Or some unruly jackass is going to get in your car. It's a given. If you do especially full time, you're going to do it. And I mean, $20, man, $20 in this with the inflationary times we're in, it's nothing. So,
well, I think because the next segment that we're going to be talking about is time related and how we need to get paid for our time, because our time will never come back. The time that we wasted doing something like sitting in traffic for an hour or two extra because of whatever reason, or having to take a different route that's the same distance but longer because of whatever, maybe there's an event going on and it turns down the entire city. So we're going to do a giveaway real quick. And that is
let's do that.
Hashtag time. So enter hashtag time in the chat. For those who thought that it was going to be something else, just do hashtag time, and we're going to go through this segment and we'll do our
hashtag time,
that
people.
one.
Let's go.
All right. So going on, you want to talk about the damning support that you have.
Hashtag time. Yep. Yeah. I'll tell you, it's like I'm still stuck on that last comment, but I'm gonna let it go. Here's the deal. So as I said this million times already, and drivers have become my eyes and ears in all cities, small, big, large, whatever. Okay. I cannot appreciate that more than anything. Seriously, I appreciate it. It becomes overwhelming at a point to clean things up and look at it, and decide to put it on Show Me the Money or not. But without you guys, we wouldn't be able to find EV shaving. We wouldn't be able to figure out Quest shaving. We wouldn't be able to figure out any of this because it doesn't happen to everybody. They do it, they test it, whatever they're doing, they're doing. So this was the next one. I got sent this. This is a trip. Okay, if you guys look at this, the estimate came in 1 hour and 29 minutes and 26 seconds, 88.46 miles. Okay, this guy also waited 15 minutes for $2 at the pickup spot. And the final tally, for one reason or another, under upfront fares, the trip, instead of lasting 1 hour and 29, it lasted 2 hours and 47 minutes, and it's the same miles, if you guys can see. I'm sure there was a road blockage, detour, whatever. So this driver spent, an hour and 17 more minutes for the same job, and upfront fare did not change at all. So I'm like, okay. This is 1 hour and 17 minutes. This guy is not going to get back, period. Why is this man's time not worth money? We want to know that. Because under time and distance, the clock would be ticking, just like a cab meter, and he would have gotten paid, whatever the time component of his, time and distance model was in his city. Well, in this case, what does he do? He bangs his head into something called Lyft chatbot. And here it is. Chris has got the rest of it.
Yeah, so this is the whole conversation. I know it's a little bit hard to see. It's the way it was sent to us. It was the whole conversation. But the one thing that I'm going to say is, says, they go, the system is supposed, this is the driver saying this, the system is supposed to adjust the fare if there is an unreasonable large change to the trip, which I would qualify that as a significant change as well. I had other trips on Lyft where that's happened and the adjustment has happened without any issue. In this instance, the system's failed. The evidence is in front of you. You confirm the estimate was 15 minutes after it nearly 25 minutes. So this is a little bit different of a conversation than in regards to that 2 hour and 47 minute. It says, how can the pay be correct when it's that big of a discrepancy? And then the support that you want to bang your head against the wall comes from. It says, yes, the system do this, clearly not in an English speaker, but yes, the system do this, but not related to time at all. Even if the ride will be 1 hour, you will receive the upfront price you accepted because it's not related to time. It's related only to distance. So then the conversation kind of goes on just to continue talking about that, saying, yes, it's only related to time. It's not related to time at all, only distance. So yeah, that just goes to show you that your time isn't valuable. It's the miles that you drive. It's the wheels are turning and that's it. So if you're stuck in traffic, drive on the sidewalk.
I don't know, man.
Don't really drive on the sidewalk.
17 minutes. An hour and 17 is a lot to shave, and it's a lot of time. It's not the point that a lot of people in the chat saying, I will never take this trip, do this, do that. Look, maybe it worked for the driver, he took it. That's not the point. The point is Lyft support is admitting, clearly saying that we don't care. There's no time component in upfront fares. Now, this is from Lyft support. This is undeniable. Now, if Lyft comes back and says, oh, they don't know what they're talking about, then you should train your people properly, because that was Lyft support. Mr. Vischer, if you're watching, that's Lyft support, saying that time component is meaningless under upfront fares. It could go another hour. Well, sure enough, it did. 1 hour and 17 minutes. Upfront fare did not change. There you go.
Yep. Pretty crazy.
Yeah.
You got anything more to add on that?
On the time shaving?
Yep.
No.
Okay. Well, with that being said, let's hold on one second. What's going on with my computer right now? Hold on. All right, let's give away our $25 for hashtag time. So you'll have a quick second If you are still trying to get in, for some reason my computer wanted to reset the size of the screen, so you have a couple extra seconds for those lallygaggers who did not put hashtag time into the chat yet. So make sure you do. And let's see who is our winner.
Free money, people.
What's up?
Free money.
Free money. Who's the winner? Who's the winner?
Free money.
Craig, congratulations.
He's from Seattle. You know, I'm going to interview him now. He's a happy camper. He keeps sending me screenshots that I lose my mind every time he sends me a screenshot. He's making like $30 for half hour of work. I'm going like, oh, you're in a better place than me, Craig. That's for sure. So congrats, Craig Bethel. All right, let's write this down. Email me, please, Sergio at therideshareguy.com. We'll send you your gift card immediately.
Did you want Did you want to go back to that comment or no?
Which one? Did we do anything here? Oh yeah, if you want. Yeah, let's entertain for 30 seconds.
Okay, let me find it.
Yeah, it's bonehead, bro. It's whatever. No, don't worry about it. Let's move on. Whatever.
Okay.
People know. People know who they know. It's like, don't worry about it. Let's not waste time. We'll have a lot more to do. Oh, can I plug this for like 2 minutes, if you don't mind, partner?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, so for everybody who's watching, and much appreciated, or going to watch it later. As you guys see, I'm not wearing Rideshare Guy today. I'm wearing, Gig With It merchandise. That's the name of the company. The link is in the show notes. Now, we're already discounted. The prices are discounted. There's many different, fashion model, whatever you want to call it, or t-shirts, hoodies, hats, whatever you guys need. This one is definitely on the website, different colors, different sizes. The point I'm trying to make here is that this is also our way of trying to give back. Okay. One, if you go to the website on checkout, please enter Sergio, Sergio, capital, lowercase, doesn't matter. Everything's already, it's a launch sale, already 20 off. Now it's going to be an extra 15% off, but you have to put Sergio in there, Sergio, to get the extra 15% off. And there is free shipping on top of a certain amount, which is $50. The other thing that we're doing is that for each item sold, we're going to collect $1 from each item sold and donate it to violent victims of crimes during gig work. We're going to have another sad one today. Poor guy got killed doing rideshare. Okay. So we thought we'd give back this way. We go to their GoFundMe pages or whatever, reach them out, and it's going to be the company's contribution. So again, please make sure you put Sergio on checkout to get your extra 15% off on top of whatever it's on sale. There's really some cool stuff in there. Much appreciated. Let's move on.
Well, yeah, use Sergio and get an extra discount. But moving on, let's talk about some more with Lyft. And, last week 2 weeks ago now, we talked about how Uber's earnings statement was. Now let's talk about Lyft's earnings statement. And when it comes to their third-party fees and some of the things there, are they a little bloated to make them look like they're losing money or that their take is less?
What do you think? What do you think, Chris?
Holy crap. Okay, so for everybody who's listening to this versus looking at it. So this is a screenshot of a weekly breakdown where the driver made $1,537.73. So good job there for 50 hours online time, 28 hours book time, 33 rides. Nice job. They made
great numbers, huh? Fantastic.
They made in earnings $1,270 for the time. Tips was $205. And then there was some adjustments of $57, almost $58. So that's how they netted their $1,500.
Great number.
Then you go to the Lyft fee summary. So you see what the passenger paid was $1,743.06. And then your earnings, you take out the $1,270. And then you see this estimated third-party fees where it shows insurance and expenses and then taxes and government fees. And the insurance expenses is $1,208, which
Who's buying this?
Which means Lyft lost on this driver
Ah,
$864 for the week.
do you guys believe it? Chat?
What?
Do you believe it, Chris?
I believe that they probably lost something on that. If you're
Yeah.
looking, and they only charged the riders $1,700, and they got paid $1,500, or even like $1,270. You're looking at,
Okay.
something like that. There's
it
definitely something.
doesn't. I mean, $864. Do you think guys think the Lyft lost $864 on this driver? My personal fact checker on Twitter and everywhere else is the Fenestrator. I'm not gonna call him a troll. He knows his shit. But do you think this is good? This is accurate? Does Lyft really spend $1,243.06 on commercial insurance and third-party fees? I don't think so.
Yeah, think about it. 33 rides. Come on. That one. What was it? That one breakdown. I think it was like, it ended up being like $10 a ride or something that it was broken down to, or like $5 a ride. Yeah. So you multiply. Let's do 10. Let's be on the conservative side there. $10 per ride on 33 rides. That's $330.
I am interviewing this driver. This driver, I'm interviewing him for Behind the Wheel. He puts up these numbers week after week after week, and he's not like Uber Lux Black, whatever. It's just regular standard Lyft. He knows what he's doing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because he could have had like a massive ride challenge, maybe. I don't know, whatever. But I'm not buying this. Are you buying this, buddy? Are you buying this, partner? $1,270? Oh no, I mean.
No, $1,208.
$1,208. Yeah, are you buying
just for insurance?
Yeah, that's $5,000 a month.
That's insane.
That's absolutely
that doesn't make any sense.
No.
So again, it's something that I don't know. It just seems so hyperinflated. It seems so bloated. And why? I mean, there's no accountability there. So why do they have to have the right numbers in any way, shape, or form when it's being given to the driver? They don't. They can have anything they want. The only thing they would really need to make sure that they're on their A game about would be their earnings reports and anything that needs to go to the SEC and IRS.
That for sure. And Lyft stock has taken off last 2 days, by the way. So there is something cooking there. But we're not going to get into that. Actually, since Richard took over, Lyft is up 30+%, by the way, so you guys know. So my point is this. So if Lyft is trying to pull some shady shit like Uber on their statements, right? Because we get these statements, Uber is losing $1,500, $1,200 a week on drivers. I'm like, wow. Okay, I got it. However, if Lyft is joining Uber when they're doing this shady, fuzzy math thing that Uber is really good at, if this is the only reason for this is for the driver not to get pissed off when they look at the take rates. Drivers' number one complaint today is, they take 50%, they take 60%. Lyft, according to Lyft, they don't shoot the messenger. I'm just a messenger. According to Lyft, they lost $800 and some on this driver alone. I'm like. Mm-hmm. Okay, there you go.
Well, I mean, if even just on the take rate there, if you're looking at $1,500 to $1,700, that's a hell of a take rate for the driver. That's what, 90%, over 90% right there.
80%, yeah, and 90% exactly, yeah. Well, maybe this guy knows what he's doing. Every week, it's the same numbers with this guy. He knows the surge, he knows the bonus. He knows how to move around. I'm gonna interview him, and we love interviewing successful drivers who could be inspirational to other drivers in his own city. And there you go. That's it. So.
Yeah. Well, we want to know what you guys think in the chat. So what do you think? Do you think that that they're kind of, switching numbers around to make it seem like they're losing money, or that they're maneuvering and doing some fuzzy math, or adding certain things in the expenses and insurance category to make it seem like the Lyft take is in a negative space? What do you think? Let us know. Comment.
I don't think so. But anyway, so we'll see.
I don't know. It seems very high though. It's a very bloated number.
Crazy, bro.
You take $1,200.
Okay, I'm telling you,
those 33 rides.
I see TPC license plates, which is the commercial, insured Suburbans and Cadillacs at LAX all the time, right? And I speak to these drivers. their monthly commercial insurance bill, this I'm talking serious commercial insurance now, is like $800 to $1,200 monthly.
Yeah.
This says for 1 week.
So essentially, if it's we'll just say $1,000, you got
That's
4
crazy.
weeks. That's around $250 a week.
That's
if you break it
crazy.
down.
Yeah.
They're saying $1,210
a week
for the same week for 33 rides.
Yeah.
I mean, it break it down further. 33 rides out of 250. What does that bring it down to?
$40.
That's less than $10 a ride.
Yeah, that's crazy. I don't know. So
that's like, I mean, I don't do the math in my head, but it's like I don't know, like 750 or something it would come down to. So
but this also raises the question, Chris, are they running two books, right? Because if Lyft is losing this much money on each single driver, Lyft should be bankrupt, period. Okay. What I'm thinking is that, they're running a book for the driver to show the driver, look, we're losing money on you, but on the back end, they're running the actual book of how much they're really making. Or Uber.
I agree. I agree with Invisible River Ranch saying it's their game.
Yeah,
that's what it comes down. I think it's a game.
More games.
Therese, to get in contact, Sergio at therideshareguy.com.
Sergio at therideshareguy.com. I'm here, buddy.
All right. Well, let's move on to our next. Do cars crash a lot? If you're a bad driver, they will. Yeah, I mean, I would say, like, if you're looking at like the safety report numbers for Uber and Lyft when they put them out, it's not anything more. Actually, I think it's less than the average when it comes to just the average driver. So they're, rideshare drivers are much safer out there. So their accident rate is actually lower than the average accident rate. So that shouldn't have any play into it when it comes down to it. And plus, on top of it, what is it? A $5,000 deductible and all this crap. So you got crazy high deductibles on top of that. So they're getting the insurance as low as it possibly can. And look, if you're spending that much on commercial insurance for 33 rides, you guys are getting ripped off, and you need a new insurance company.
Yeah.
So that right there would be why. If that's why Lyft isn't profitable or Uber isn't profitable, you're shitting me. Because the amount of rides that they do, the amount of business that they're doing, they're getting a premium like nobody's business.
Can you imagine that? I mean, if this is just one driver, and I urge you people to look at your Uber statements. It's one click away. Go to the website. The numbers are all there. They break it down now. This is our cost, because they know people are pissed. Like, passenger paid 100, you made 50. You think Uber kept 50? Uber is saying, nope, that's not true. We didn't keep 50. We have all these costs, plus we have 33,000 employees we haven't even talked about, plus all the buildings, plus all the software, blah, 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 blah. But most importantly, out of that 50 that you get, or 100 that the passenger pays, Uber has costs too. According to them, the commercial insurance that they provide you with a $2,500 deductible has gone through the roof since 2019. So all I can blame is that, one, insurance companies. Two, are they hiring all the worst drivers on the planet? I don't know what's going on. So,
yeah, I don't know. For John, if you're wondering, the easiest thing is to look at their data, because they do release that in their safety report. It's every 2 years. They have a safety report. Most of it's for like sexual assaults and all that, but they do put crash data in there too. I don't know what it is offhand. I don't remember. But it was actually, it was better and improved because of 2020. So that was actually better because of it, but less people on the road. But either way, it doesn't matter. I mean, if you have that many cars on the road, but you're doing that much business, you're going to get a premium like nobody's business. So there's no way it's going to be that high for everybody when it comes down to it. 33 rides for $1,200. I mean, including insurance and expenses. Like, what's the expenses? Okay, sure. Credit card processing. What else you got besides that? Advertising, all this other stuff. I mean, that's part of you doing business. That's something I want to see. I want to see a full breakdown of the receipt, to be honest. I want to see everything. I want to see it itemized completely, not some Joe Schmo thing that's all encompassing. Because they're they could have the Lyft LLC expense, which is going to Lyft's LLC when Lyft Inc. or something is the one who's actually doing it. Who knows? I mean, that's the other side of the coin too. So, yeah. All right, let's move on. Let's talk about Prop 22. Prop 22
quickly,
is going to be challenged.
Quickly. The scare tactics have begun. The game is on. Last week, California Supreme Court now decided to hear the case because the unions are appealing the appellate court's decision that Prop 22 was held was deemed constitutional, which overturned a lower court's decision that it was unconstitutional. So if you're following me still through this legal mumbo jumbo, blah, 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 then they appeal now to the California Supreme Court, which in this case, in this law, Prop 22, is the last stop on the bus stop. That's it. This is it. So California Supreme Court should hear this case and come up with an answer, probably, I would say, early next year or by the end of the year. And the day the California Supreme Court decided to hear the case, there's no result yet out, Chris. This is from my app. The day they did it, I got this in my app. The game is on. The same Chicago, Minnesota, Colorado, New York, the game's on. It goes, hey, Sergio, in March, the California Court of Appeal ruled that Prop 22 was constitutional. Excellent, great. Upholding what so many drivers like you have appreciated about Prop 22. Not until I busted you to give me my fucking 4 cents, Uber, but that's okay. There's a bigger one coming up. That's cool. Access to benefits and protections while maintaining the flexibility and independence. I know these, but only about 8 to 12% of drivers benefit from Prop 22, but that's a different story. Despite this positive decision, in the 87% of drivers who supported Prop 22, there's an asterisk 1. You guys can go read that. Look, everybody wants to stay independent contractors. Fine, I get it. So it says already, for now, nothing changes. You can continue to drive. So basically, it's the same scare tactic that they do in every city. Oh, you're going to lose your freedom. Oh, you're going to lose your flexibility. Oh, you're going to lose this. Oh, you're going to lose that. Hey, Uber, why don't you send me one, or actually to your passengers, do a push through the app that Prop 22 is completely paid by the consumer. How about that? How about one time you do that? No, you're not going to do that. Of course you're not. But that's okay. So yeah, everybody I'm sure got this in their app in California saying that, hey, watch out, you could be losing. Well, the decision is not going to come for another 5 months probably. So why are you getting that tizzy, Uber? I'm not sure, but there you go. It's like, the game is on.
Well, the thing is, they really can't do much right now because, when it goes to the court, when it goes to something like this, there's not like open comments or anything like that. The only thing
on the bottom, there's a link that it says, if you like to help protect Prop 22, and
that's what I mean.
Click there.
That's the only thing that they really can do, so they can get the numbers, and then try to have people do it that way. That's the only way. I mean, other than that, they can't say, contact your congressman or contact your local legislation. They can't do anything like that when it comes down to it. So, it's just basically what the court hears, and then they're going to, look at everything, figure it out, and when they give their actual ruling, that's going to be an interesting time. So, the only thing that can actually go beyond this would be federal, and that would be something where, like the PRO Act, if that ever goes into effect, or the DOL rule change or anything like that, that can have serious implications on Prop 22, because it would essentially nullify it, and drivers would be under the impression of whatever the PRO Act may be, which would be an employee, or the DOL rule change, which could be an employee. So there's quite a bit there.
Yeah. The one thing, this Joe Driver dude is like, whatever. Okay, this is a state law. This is not federal law. So this is not going to go to, from what I know, but my fact checker is here. Derek, can you back me up on this, or can you answer Joe Driver's question on the chat? Joe Driver says California Supreme Court isn't the last step. Well, this is the last step in this case, because Prop 22 is a California law. It's not going to be appealed. A California law is not going to be appealed federally, federal Supreme Court case. From what I know, that's the last stop on the bus route, Joe Driver.
Yeah, it's done at California.
But Derek Fenestrator is going to back me up or not back me up on this because he knows the shit. So there you go. It's going to end. It's going to end here. It's not going to go to U.S. Supreme Court. But anyway, so yeah.
Well, we'll keep you posted on that, especially if there's any movement there. It's going to affect a lot of drivers, being in California, where most of the drivers in the world are. So it will be impactful, and then it can send ripples throughout the rest of the country. So we'll keep you posted there when it comes down to it. But let's move on to the surge. What's going on with surge? We talked about this where surge prices weren't showing up. You wouldn't be able to see the dollar amounts. They called it a glitch. It was the virus that started spreading. I thought this was something that they were doing intentionally because of some of the screenshots.
Yep.
And it looks like that is the case when it comes down to it. It's spreading more, and take it
You're on it, buddy. You're on it. Yeah, Chris was right on this because this is not a glitch. Because we talk every day with Chris, obviously, and then so what Uber is doing now is more transparency, people. As if it wasn't bad enough. Yeah, I hear you, partner. As if it wasn't bad enough that surge baiting happens. Like you'll be right under a $10 surge, you turn the app on, it goes half, right, Chris? We know that. We talk about that.
Yep.
That's surge baiting. Now this is the next level. Okay, we're gonna surge bait you without showing you anything other than a surge sign. That's it. If you don't like that, you get the gray clouds. Which one do you want?
I want the one that shows me additional, not something that you're going to roll into the freaking snowball.
Damn right.
Because you want to talk about the ultimate shaving. This is the ultimate shaving because they could just put on any additional surge that they want. You could get all of the surge that the customer's paying. You could get a portion of the surge. Like now, you could get none of the surge. It just shows the little surge icon there, and you have no real idea what's going on. So you want to talk about the ultimate shaving? This is going to be it. The absolute bullshit.
Surge shaving. This is another. Let's add it, right? So now you guys are going to drive under red clouds with a bunch of flash signs. And the algorithm is going to decide, okay, actually, I'm charging 3x on the back end to the passenger because passenger still pays with the multiplier. Before, there was the flat sticky surge with the numbers, all over the map. So I bet you Uber is going to call this is less confusing. So you don't chase the surge, you don't chase the dollar. It's just flash sign. So we may decide to shave your surge in the upfront by 50%. We'll just decide what we're going to pay you. How about that? Okay? Yeah, there you go. And Uber, I'll bet you will call this more consistency and more transparency. What do you think?
I mean, they're gonna say it's more, but here you go. This is what Uber is putting out when it comes to that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
they were claiming it was a glitch when it first happened, and this started in Central Florida. What the hell, Florida? What the hell? This is getting absolutely ridiculous because you don't know, and at this point, they could give you $1 extra surge. They could give you 10 cents extra surge. They could pay you less
or nothing.
I mean, yeah. So you don't know. All they got to do is just put a little icon there, and there's no way you're going to know exactly what it is. There's no addition anymore. There's nothing. I mean, you go back to time and distance. When you had the multiplier, you got paid the multiplier of whatever that price of the ride was. If it was $18 with a 2x surge, you made $36. Yeah. If it was, $10 extra on that 18, you were at $28. Huh? Now, good luck.
Yeah. So surge pricing is one of these real-time factors. Great. They're going to upfront fares. I'm trying to keep my shit together here. When you get a trip request in an area where surge pricing is active, you know that the fare is inclusive of an extra per trip amount. But now, instead of the dollars, we just have the sign. So it's up to the surge gods what you're going to get. More, I don't even know what to call this. This is more worse than a casino. You know what I mean? At least in the casino, you know your odds. Here, you don't even know. Today, this is Chris. This proves Chris's point a couple of weeks ago. He saw this, from a mile away. He said, no, it's not a glitch surge. This is, they're doing it. So it goes, today, we're moving to make your experience with surge pricing a little simpler, Chris. This is so much simpler.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
It goes driver map. The labels with the dollar amount on map will be replaced by the surge pricing icon alone. So no more dollars, people. All just gonna be this little flash sign. And the colors on the map won't change. So you'll still be able to tell where the payout is higher by using them. The darker the color, the higher the extra per trip amount, but you don't know how much extra. We're gonna decide in that algo millisecond, we're gonna decide what it is, how much to share it with you. You know, this is gonna take their take rate through the roof, Chris.
Oh,
Imagine the shaking
absolutely.
that's going to happen on this. Anyway,
Well, look at the next side. We're under trip requests. So since surge pricing is included in the fare, you'll see up front, it'll no longer show up separately on the trip request or on your receipts.
Yeah.
So you have no freaking idea what it's going to be.
I have no idea. This is much more transparent as far as I'm concerned.
Oh,
this is
awesome. Yeah.
This is awesome.
I mean,
this is fantastic. This is unbelievable.
I'm looking through a door instead of a window here now.
I'm about to punch the okay, and then it says you'll still be able to tell which request includes surge because the trip is going to come in with the icon. That's it. You just get the icon. But on the back end, no breakdown, how much you got extra, what you did, none of this. I'm going like, F you.
Well, you know what I like down below underneath that? It says your feedback matters. Everybody, this matters. What you think of these changes matters. Share your thoughts. Tell them exactly what you think about that. So if you have the ability to show that or give your thoughts, share your thoughts and don't hold back. Do not hold back. And you can put it on Twitter, you can put it on YouTube, you could put it on Facebook, you could put it on Uber people,
I will
send
you. Look,
every other group possible you could think of, Reddit, blow that shit up.
Please do it. Please do it, because you guys can just halt the live stream, or after during replay, just take a screenshot, put it up there. This is real. This is not BS. I wouldn't put it up if it wasn't real. Okay, we're not trying to get you guys going here. And all I know is, yes, I think the game is like exponentially changing in their favor and against us. I mean, it's if you look at the history of these TNCs, okay, piece by piece by piece by piece by piece, incremental. They had everybody used to multiplier. That went away. Then the other shit came in. Now they had everybody used to the flat rate penny search. Now that's going away. The flash signs are coming in. And that's going away. The gray clouds with dollar signs are coming in. You see what's happening here? Is this a good trend? I don't think it's a good trend.
No, because the water is we're not in the Caribbean anymore.
No.
We're in like the muddy rivers of what we see in, going up in upstate New York and Vermont and all those unfortunate pictures and video that we're seeing of all the flooding up there. That's the muddy water that we're seeing that Uber and Lyft are showing right now. It's not the clear Caribbean crystal clear water anymore. So yeah, it's a problem. And Jeff put, can you control any of it? You could possibly control some of it because they say right there, share your feedback. You can share your feedback as much as you want. So
that's a good one. I caught a $15 surge. Uber sent me a $16.82 eat request for 9 miles. When I finished the trip, they said the fare was $1.82. Yep, that's called we almost went into the negative.
That's called base fare shaving. Yeah. We've talked about that already plenty of times. So so do you want to do the wallet giveaway?
Yeah. Okay. So we have 3 this week, 3, and next week 3 swag bags. In the swag bag is going to be a baseball hat, a nice coffee cup, and it's like thermal, so it stays cool, warm stays warm, a pen, and whatever else they put. Individual swag bags. Our sponsor, Ualett, is sending 3 of these swag bags to 3 winners this week and 3 winners next week, because their sponsorship is ending in 2 weeks. They said we'll go out with a bang. We send the winners swag bags. So we're going to do a drawing. If you guys want to get the free merch from Ualett, here it is. Hashtag UALETT in the live chat. And once you win, you contact me, Sergio@therideshareguy.com. I will email your physical address, because this is stuff, physical address to them, and they will ship it out from their headquarters automatically. So the shipping part, I'm not involved, but they're pretty good shipping stuff. So hashtag UALETT, free merch.
Yep. We're gonna do it. Yeah, we'll let people put
3.
their hashtag wallet in, and we're gonna give 3 winners. The winners right now in a moment. We're going to do our next story first, and that is a very unfortunate story of what had happened to a Lyft driver in DC with violence. And this is where there were dash cameras that were given out. These drivers out, any driver out there needs the dash camera. Again, display ride goes to the cloud. Things happen. Somebody tries taking it, whatever it is. A horrible story though. But go ahead if you want.
Yeah, we don't want to do these, man, but I have to do this one because this is there's more of these. Okay, there was another driver that got killed in California. When I don't do it, I don't want to look insensitive to this, but that's one other thing. Like, if you guys buy this merch $1, if you guys buy, I don't know, at the end of the next week, if you guys buy 50 shirts, $50, I'm gonna take it and donate it to this guy's GoFundMe page. Okay, so my thing is, this guy, Chris, this guy was 31, 4 kids. He just moved to Virginia. Mm-hmm. This guy was in Afghanistan, U.S. troops translator for 10 years while the U.S. troops were fighting the Taliban. The guy moves here thinking he's going to be safer. And these 4 thugs who got caught on security cameras running away after 1 bullet in the head, these 4 on the left screenshot, and they're looking for him. This guy has a job. He's a tow truck driver, but to feed his family, he was also driving Lyft at night. And it breaks my heart. I don't know what else to say. And so, if you guys can Google his name and go, his name is Nasrat Ahmad Yar, 31 years old. You guys can go Google his name and go to his GoFundMe page and raise some money. He's got 4 kids, 4. And now we're here and we're talking about another murder. We're talking about another murder. Every freaking week, there's 2-3 of these. This is just the gruesome ones. And there's other ones, I'm sure, assaults and whatever. So I don't know what to say, Chris. I mean, obviously, what would Lyft do in this case? These 4 thugs, they got in the car. I don't know what else Lyft can do. I don't know. I don't know what else Uber can do. What the driver could have done, right? But when we have Risher on, trust me, people, this is going to be a major subject. We're going to ask them why every single passenger on the Lyft or Uber platform is not required to upload a government ID. That's going to be the question when it comes to safety. Period. Mm-hmm. Why? Let's start somewhere. Because, look, would this have happened if they had uploaded an ID? Yeah, of course it could, because this is crime. Crime is happening everywhere. Yep. But
they can find it
for some security, some safety, to see the person's picture, and and the threats drivers live through, because this may have been a bad area in DC, which DC is out of control with crime. When we don't go to these areas, we'll get emails from both companies saying that, oh, it looks like you're avoiding these bad areas. Well, yeah, I don't want to get fucking killed for your $6 ride. You know what I'm saying? So stop all this threatening bullshit AI bot emails. And here you go. Bring the 31-year-old back. No, not going to happen. So I said my piece. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it.
Yeah.
I'm sick of it.
If anybody's in the DC area and has any information, the police department is offering a reward up to $25,000 to try to help find these 4 individuals. So hopefully we'll be able to have better news that justice will be brought to them. But still very sad and unfortunate thing that doesn't have to happen.
Chris, buddy, look at the last 2 paragraphs. It says Yar slaying is one of 10 murders in DC since July 1. Hello.
Yep. And the month just started.
This is a rideshare.
This is from July 7th.
Yeah. And we bring it up because he's a rideshare driver. He got killed while doing Lyft, and they put a bullet in his head. And Wednesday, 9 people, including 2 children, were injured in a drive-by mass shooting. There you go. More. Homicides in the city are up 19% year-to-date from 2022, while all violent crime is up 30%. Do you think the macroeconomy has something to do with it? Inflation, people going hungry, has something to do with this, Chris?
Oh, probably.
I'm just sick of these, bro. I want these to end. I don't know how to help, how to end. Have a dash cam. Yes, even if you had, maybe if you had a dash cam, these guys, maybe this guy didn't have a dash cam. Their faces are all over the dash cam into the cloud with display right. Maybe, yes, you're gone. You're dead. I get it. But at least they're going to get busted, So I don't know. I don't know. My heart's broken, bro. Every time I do one of these, it's just bullshit.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. It's something that doesn't need to happen, and hopefully, you're always doing the proper precautions when it comes to it. Carry what you need to carry in the event something happens.
It's all up
Just
to you.
make sure it's hidden, so you don't get your livelihood taken away by being deactivated. Keep your head on a swivel when it comes to what's going on around you. There's a lot of different things that you can do when it comes to safety tips. We've talked about it many times. Just do what you can to be safe, and then go home to your family, your friends, or whoever is waiting for you at home. So,
Right.
yeah, very unfortunate.
Yep. Anyway,
let's change it up. We're gonna do our giveaway for our 3 winners now. So we got a couple entries in. So let's get our first one for our swag bag.
Are we doing 3 separate ones? Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Email me Sergio@rightchairguy.com. The Yabayou is there. Oh, you know what? Just stick around, Yabayou. It sounds kind of close to the Flintstones here, so we have a story for you.
Yababoo.
Yabayou. What was the other one? Yabadabadoo, right?
Yabadabadoo. Yeah, that was what you call it? Yeah, that's Flintstones. All right, ready for the next one?
Yes, sir.
All right, next winner.
Okay, email me. If you don't email me, you're not going to get the bag. Yep. Amazing view. I like it. Wow, that is a cool view. Where is that?
I'm not sure, but it's near some water. I like it. I think it's near some water.
It is, yeah. I see.
Or it's just the way the clouds are.
And the third winner?
And our third winner for this. Mike Smith.
All right.
Congratulations.
Out of all people, I think he's going to decline it. Hey, we're going to send it to you anyway. So, please email me, Sergio@rightchairguy.com. You will get the swag back. All right.
All right. So let's go to the next. We're going to do, hold on.
More money?
Yeah, we could do more money. Okay. Let me set that up.
All right, we're gonna do more money, $25 gift card. We're gonna give it away at the end of the show, so get them in.
Yep. You want $25? Enter hashtag SMTMC.
Go out with a bang. There you go.
We're gonna go out with a bang, but we got a couple more topics to go through.
We got some funnies now.
We want to end the show on some funny notes. So we're gonna go to the next thing. Right here.
What do you say to this?
What is this? The world's first. Oh wait, hold on.
Yeah.
Too far ahead.
All right, drivers, take a look at it. Okay, SMTMC, all lowercase, please. What do you say to this, partner?
Oh, this will be interesting. I mean, that kind of looks like a DeLorean in the picture, so I feel like I'm going back in time. But yeah, this is the world's first fully electric flying car approved by the FAA. Let's be real. The FAA is approving the FAA. Here's how it's really working. I have a drone. I have my Part 107. So I'm a licensed drone pilot. I went through Part 107, took the test, all that. I know the FAA, pretty well. I'm not a pilot beyond, so I don't pilot manned aircraft or anything, but UAS I do. And yeah, when it comes to this is a manned aircraft. So anything that flies in the air, anything that goes above a blade of grass or the concrete by just a fraction of anything falls under the jurisdiction of the FAA. The FAA approved to test this. Not the way they spun this on this, it makes it seem like, oh, now I can go get a flying car and I'll be no. if you get a flying car, you're going to have to take your pilot's test. I'm almost guaranteeing it. They're going to have some sort of whole, thing that they're going to have to build up for flying cars. How high you can go, where you can go, all that stuff. There's a lot coming to it. This is far off into the future. This isn't something that they're going to be like, oh yeah, here you go, it's approved. Now you can start flying your car anywhere. No, it's not going to be how it works.
Yeah.
But what do you got to say to this?
They can't even manage the freaking autonomous vehicles in San Francisco. Now, I sent Chris a video that we watched, the CEO of this company. He was all over the place last week. First of all, you guys should go Google that. The name of the company is, I think it's on the next one. But anyway, so what this guy said was,
it's Ualett.
There's not going to be any they have like a simulation that all these cars in a highway in the sky, about 4 cars above the rest of the cars. So he goes, okay, if you get stuck, all you do, okay, this is an electric vehicle, people. Okay, it's not like a joke, right? It's got all the batteries in it. So it hovers first, goes up 3-4 cars height, and then it goes forward and then lands, so you can pass the, if this is not Jetsons, I don't know what the F the Jetsons is, right? This is clearly Jetsons. And this guy was taken seriously by all these news channels, and he had his sunglasses on, like on a Fox interview and CNBC.
You know
interview.
who he looked like? I sent this to Sergio. Yeah. If anybody here has seen the movie Grandma's Boy, he looks like JP.
Yeah.
So if you don't know what I'm talking about, go watch Grandma's Boy. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
And JP, they look exactly alike.
Yeah, he looked like another Steve Jobs wannabe. And so this guy was pretty clear on his intent, and that they got the FAA approval. He goes, now we have to do a lot of testing. And next screenshot says, the fools and their money are separated so easily. They have 250 million of pre-orders for this at $300K a pop. At least 834 idiots put down. By the way, you can order one with $150 deposit. Of course, just like you're going to get your car at some point, the flying car. And he explained that when the car starts hovering above the other cars, what happens is that it flips sideways, but the passengers will always be 90 degrees, he goes. So he can cut through the air faster. And he claimed there's a 210-mile on-the-ground range and 110-mile in-the-air range. He didn't say, then nobody asked him a question. I would like to have this guy, CEO of Lyft, the company's name Lyft, to come on, show me the money, and explain himself. He won't probably, because he'll just rip his shit off. But this is it. This is where we are, people. Think about this, okay? Think about it.
Yo, flying cars were supposed to already happen according to Back to the Future. Like that was in 2015 that there were flying cars. I mean, come on.
This is where we are.
We're 8 years past. I think we need flying cars, people.
You have 300 laying around? You have 300K laying around? Should we order one of these?
I'll have Harry buy me one.
We'll have SMTMC plastered all over it.
Yeah. And the rideshare guy underneath, so you can advertise. Yeah. Yo, imagine the amount that Uber and Lyft would quote you for an upfront fare, and then take it away because you make it like you just go straight shot right there, and you're flying over the houses and the buildings and everything. You get right there, no traffic, nothing.
But the thing to me is like, physics of it. I'm not a physics person. I'm intelligent, but I'm not a physics person. That car is at least 2,500 pounds with the batteries. How the F is that going to hover? What the F, bro?
Hey, you ever seen a drone?
Yeah, but this is not a drone, buddy.
It's not, but it's, you're taking that type of technology and trying to put it in here. So
yeah, but you don't have any propellers or anything on this. This looks like some sort of new propulsion that's brought to the Earth by some aliens or some shit. Because I don't see anything there. All this is just like.
I don't know. Apparently, there's some lizard people that are taking planes. I mean, did you see that woman freaking out? That person's not real. Oh my God.
Yeah, 300,000 a pop, 834 people, 250 million in orders already. There are some absolute crackheads.
Here, I'll tell you what. I will buy a car after it comes out. I will
And-
find the $300,000 somehow. I will get it fan funded. I don't care. I will do something in order to try it and see what it's like. I want to see what it's like first. I love flying my drone around. So
that's a different story, but yeah, man. So what do you guys think? This is happening or what? I mean, I don't think so. I think the guy looked like a scammer to me, but you know,
I don't know. We'll see.
You know, fools and their money are separated very easily. So that's what we used to say on Wall Street, and that's what we say now.
I don't know. Hey, that Cybertruck was supposed to have bulletproof and break-proof windows,
that didn't turn out well.
and you know, when they were showing that sledgehammer, that thing broke. So, and then they tried coming up with some excuse. Oh, they kept hitting it before, and it broke it down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Next one. Yeah, this is just, I think it's hilarious, but it is what it is. And my unicorns. Now, unicorn in San Francisco, because they're venture capital country up there, they're the ones that hit $1 billion valuation. That's why I used to get unicorns. But now we have these new unicorns. And I tweeted this. It was hilarious. I tweeted under one sentence, is this what a unicorn looks like? Look at the picture on the left. This is a cruise. So people who hate these freaking things because they block traffic, you know, they slow down fire trucks and police getting to crime or fires, or EMTs, because they don't know what to do, right? So now there's a group of people called Safe Street Rebels. All they do, who knew that you can disable one of these things with a $5 cone? All they do is if there's no passenger in it, of course, they don't do it with a passenger. But if there's empty, which most of them are driving empty anyway, all they do is they go place a cone on the hood, and this thing dies. And that's what happened in San Francisco. So Safe Street Rebels are doing this. Look at the right picture, Chris. Like there's 3 or 4 of them on their row. They're stuck. By the way, when you put that cone on it, the car turns the flashers on and stops. Doesn't move. That's it.
I love it. I love this.
Help, mommy, help.
I love this. I think this. I saw this and I was laughing my ass off when I saw this because they're just not good. Yeah, we were talking and I said,
Mike,
there's only one way this is going to work. It's only going to work if you have all your cars are self-driving, so they have sensors in the road and everything. They know what's going on and they're communicating with each other. Or you can't have any because you got something like this and they get into traffic jams. They don't know what to do. They're looking sideways. They turn sideways. They stop in the middle. They don't. A police officer tries to wave them, and it's a self-driving car. It's not going to go the way the police officer wants it to. I don't know if you've seen that video or not, but that was pretty funny. Yeah. And all you got to do, if you're annoyed at them, just throw a cone on top of it. make it the cruise corn, the cruise unicorn, and it'll just sit there. You could go around. You don't need to worry about it anymore.
That's my unicorns. So to enter Derek's answer. Derek, they don't have to do that. All they have to do is hack into one of these things. Terrorists can hack into these things, kill a whole bunch of people. They don't have to put a cone, you know. They can just stand in front of it if somebody's going to carjack you or take you hostage or whatever. They just have to stand in front of it. I mean, you don't think like with the homelessness in San Francisco, you know, one guy stands in front, one guy stands in the back, the car is trapped, and then they steal all the laser, LiDAR, radar, whatever, hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of equipment. By the way, Uber and Lyft, I cannot wait until you have a fleet of hundreds of thousands of these unicorns.
We know how to take
money, with your own money. Buy these things at $100K a pop with your own money, and let's see how good of a business rideshare is. Okay, have a nice.
Here's the best part: when that happens, drivers are going to be pissed. You know what? How you remember taxi cab drivers when Uber started coming into town? How they were kicking cars and acting crazy and all that. Yeah. What do you think drivers are going to do? They're going to go out and put these cones on the car, and it's just going to sit there. And you know what? Yeah. They're just going to light up like nobody's business. Drivers are going to go out there, actual drivers, and they're going to make the money, and they're going to laugh their asses off all the way to
brilliant. I mean, you know what? It's probably illegal. You know, I don't know. I think it's brilliant. It's probably illegal. Probably this thing has cameras recording who the heck is putting it. They're probably going to get arrested. But whatever. Brilliant. I mean, hey, all right. Just because we can build it doesn't mean we need it. There you go.
All right. Well, I'm going to give you a little warning, everybody, real quick, right now.
Yeah.
This is called "You're Going to Laugh Your Ass Off" warning.
Yeah.
If you're listening to the podcast or if you're listening to the audio, I'm sorry. Head over to the YouTube channel and watch the replay at this point. This is going to make you laugh, and you need to see it in order to. So if you're again listening, but you're actually like
I died
watching YouTube or Facebook or whatever it is, look at the screen right now because you're gonna laugh and you need to because
I died when I saw this. I died.
There is the state of your food delivery robots.
There's Austin. Good old Austin.
Oh, my darling, give me that good old robot time.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
She put her cup upside down on that flag.
Yeah.
And FYI, this is an Uber thing that's working with Serve Robotics. And all these robots have their names. This one's name is Austin. So I said, I tweeted this and I said, Austin is getting a ride of its life right there.
Oh, Austin. Oh, Austin. Yes.
Oh, Austin. Oh, Austin. Yeah.
Yeah, Austin.
Oh my God. Yeah. I when you sent me that, I'm like, oh my freaking God, that is amazing.
I mean, if you guys are not laughing by now, I don't know what's we can't help you. So you have no sense of humor.
Oh, the Austin rodeo. This is the new rodeo. They're not going to be doing the rodeo in Texas anymore. This is the LA rodeo.
Yeah, baby. Yeah. That thing had good suspension though.
Yeah, for real.
Bro, I died.
Oh,
I died.
All right. So there's a couple of screenshots that I got for you, Sergio. You haven't seen these ones yet, but
no,
you're gonna like this.
Oh,
yeah.
Shit.
Oh yeah. So everybody, this is something I want you guys to do. If you get your reports from Uber, I want you to go in and do your yearlies like this. So we got a May 22 and a May 23. Go back, get your Junes, get your Julys, whatever it is. Take a look at that, Serge. Look at that. You see the driving totals? I want you to look at that. Look at the miles, and then look at the payments, and look at the expenses, and then net payouts.
Oh shit!
What do you see? All right. So if people are looking in May of 2022, we're gonna break this down. Driving totals. They completed 452 trips, and they did 5,817 miles online. They made for that month $12,353. Congrats, good job. For gross payments, with the expenses, fees, and tax, it was $4897.55. So just shy of $4,900 in expenses, fees, and tax, with a net payout of $74.55. So almost $7,500. Fast forward a year to May 2023, they did 460 trips, so 8 trips more. They drove 6,491, so almost 6,500, well over the 5,800 for the 8 trips more, so a lot more miles.
This is fucking great.
Their gross payments are $12,309, so they paid more, made less on their gross payment.
And
does not include the taxes. Look at the expenses, fees, and taxes now. Instead of 40, by $1,000, it went to $58.32. Last year's was $48.97. So their net payout was now, instead of $74.55, it was $64.77.
So he drove 1,000 more miles and did more trips to make $1,000 less. So Uber, we love you here, but what do you say to this? What say you, Mr. Kosher Shai? I mean, I
thought drivers were making more. This is kind of, how some drivers were getting that email that they were making 10% more from January to now to June on Lyft. So drivers, if you have these reports, please send them to Sergio so we can compare and see exactly how much of a difference that is. This is pretty ridiculous. So I came across this and I'm like, holy crap, we needed to see that.
He right here, Road Warrior Rick has it right. Shave.
Yeah.
100%. Oh,
how you like that? How you like that Lyft ride right there?
One? Oh my, you got to keep this one.
Oh yeah. So here you go. This is
freaking F.
Just to go to the pick. This is a $6.10 Lyft ride. with the pay including pickup. So anybody who watched Joe's video
What
about the pickups,
F?
this is crazy. So just to the pickup, it's 50 minutes away or 33.9 miles for a 4-minute trip. I have never seen a pickup that far away. I mean, it's been close, but never that far away. For 4 minutes,
nobody took that, Troy. Nobody took that. If you're watching here, nobody took that. If you're not watching here, that's a different story.
Oh my God! If somebody took that, that was that long of. Oh my God! You don't deserve to be. You need to get a job because this is not going to pay you well.
This is okay. This is the quintessential decline garbage. Know your worth.
100%.
This is it right here.
So for let me get this straight. For active hour, I thought we were making $36 an hour. That's not active hour for the time that it's going to be the pickup and all that. Yeah. You know what? I hope a reroute comes for that one.
That's not Photoshop. We Zoom. We don't Photoshop here. We put this shit up there.
No.
We don't. We check fact check. I don't know what to say, Chris. This is this may take the cake. We had good ones, but this may take the cake as far as pickup distance. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. This may take the cake. Yeah. Thank
Funny
you.
Person, appreciate it. Thank you. What's going?
Okay.
Background check still pending. Something about New Michigan law.
We have to look into it. But if they do deactivate you, Larry Smith and Marco, they will nail their ass. Go get it. Send me an email, Sergio@therideshareguy.com. I'll send you their link. They work exactly on this subject, so you know. I saw this. I was going to put it, but good thing you put it up. Okay, there you go. Yeah, we have car seats.
So the next thing is the Uber car seat. So one of the things that they mentioned during their Go Get 2023 was these car seats that they were going to try to help other passengers out who need car seats. They're moving or they're working with Nuna to purchase a Nuna car seat. But here's the thing. So drivers, you could potentially get extra $7 more per trip with car seat. But first off, you have to get a car seat ride in order for it to be $7 more. You have to also spend your money to get the car seat. And then you have to take the time to set your car seat up and remove it when the trip begins and ends, which is not a problem. I mean, getting $7 more for it for the trip is fine. But that means that car seat should be included, not where it's coming out of my pocket in order to pay for it. But that's at least my opinion. I mean, I don't know what you think about that, but
I did you we had Uber Teen, right? Mm-hmm. So we'll have that huge problem.
This is Uber Baby, by the way.
Then now we're down to babies.
Next year they're going to do Uber Baby, where you can transport babies to and from. Hop, skip, jump.
Pretty soon, Uber Baby. Uber Baby. How about that? Uber Baby. I'm like Uber Teen, Uber Baby, Uber Eats, Uber anything, whatever. So did you read? By the way, I don't know if you put it up, but I read the disclaimer on this. You know the asterisk, and then they put the small.
No, I didn't see the asterisk.
Okay.
I only saw.
You know what it says? I read it. I was going to put it up next week, but you beat me to it. So it says we have zero liability. Now, this car seat obviously is going to be in your trunk. You're going to go to the trunk for $7 extra, undo it, possibly install it yourself because right, or give it to the parent who didn't have the forethought of bringing a freaking car seat. But anyway,
well, you know what?
It says we have no liability. We have, like, if the car seat is like manufactured, is defective, Uber says we have no liability, none.
All on who's liable?
Go get it. Go get it.
I want to know who's liable because otherwise I wouldn't be getting that shit at all. With that being said, no, I wouldn't take on the added liability in any way, shape, or form. At least that's me. My opinion. We got a couple more screenshots here. No, hell no. Got a nice little conversation here. So this is between a passenger and a driver. It says, anyway, I'm at the airport at baggage claim Terminal B going to the JW Marriott Hill Country. Okay, well, I'm on my way to the address you didn't put in. So this is somebody putting in the wrong address. And then he's saying cancel the trip if it's the wrong address. and the person is saying, the passenger is saying, "Don't be an ass," and the driver says, "Learn how to operate an app," and then the passenger says, "I'm not paying $5 to cancel the trip. F off." Well, you know what? You put in the wrong trip. You weren't there. Too bad, so sad. You should just cancel. Pay attention to what you're doing.
Okay, this is what I would do in this case, people. I would drive up to the pickup point because it seems like you can pick up at the terminals, unlike LAX and other airports. I will count the clock down, cancel, take his $5 because he still says he's at the airport luggage claim. That may take 10, 15 minutes. No problem, sir. I'll be right there. I'll go wait 5 minutes, cancel, tailpipes, see you later, asshole.
Well, here's the other thing. It may not have even been to the airport. It could have been to the JW Marriott Hill.
Whatever.
It could have been to a different place because we all know passengers have put in the wrong pickup locations plenty of times. Hell, it could have even had the GPS where he originally was from. So it could have been a ride from that. Who knows? I mean, it didn't show where the actual address with the pickup was.
Typical
so
asshole.
Either way, what it is, yeah, in this circumstance, if they don't, this is on the passenger. They need to cancel. If you already accepted the ride, you're already on the way there. Well, then go to the address, wait the time, cancel, collect, move on.
That's loser.
Yep. How about the next one? You see that screenshot there?
Oh my God, I saw it.
Oh yeah. So for those who may not be able to see how small that little fine print is, this was a trip for $13.15. It was actually really $13.14, and the tip was 1 penny. Congratulations, driver! You received a 1 penny tip.
Sweet.
So, yes. Who wants to send thanks for that one? I'd be like, no, here, keep your penny. You need it more than I do, bro.
That penny.
Yep.
Is it? You can even do? You have to go to custom to do that. You know that, right? You can't just click on penny. Do it.
No, you can't.
Have to literally go to custom to do that penny. There's like 3 app choices. There's 3 percentages, and a custom. Like if you want to tip somebody $50 on a $5 tip or something. This has to be custom. What another a-hole there. But nice trip though. $4 a mile. $3 a mile. I'll take it. It's pretty good.
Yeah, that's probably why you got tipped only a penny. But still, either way.
Whatever. Yeah, these are
all right.
cool.
We got a couple of comments. This was from Steve. So Steve, if you're in chat, I know he texted me, but I didn't read it yet. But if you're in chat, I thought this was I saw this comment and I thought that this was something good that we could talk about real quick. Okay. So this was when this was during the short, but this was a segment where we were talking about stop new requests. And if you stop new requests when you're coming in, it takes you offline. And essentially, if all drivers are doing this in your area, well, it's going to make it seem like there's a lot less drivers than if you keep it on. And then the system will say, hey, there's a driver that's going to be in this area at this time. What ride can we feed them? So it can help you with surge if you know the surge price, if you're lucky enough to get that or anything. But we recommend stop new requests. It'll also be nice because you don't have to hear the requests coming in when it comes to the queue and all that. So you can focus on the ride, being safe and all that good stuff. So what Steve had written here is, do you think there's any punishment behind the scenes when you do the online offline? Do you think it makes the system send you worse requests when you go back online? I know it should not. Just curious what your thoughts are. I'm going to say they can't really do anything. Like if you're doing that, you could just say, hey, I'm doing it because of safety. I don't want to do anything but. Why would they try to punish you for being safe and taking the time off? As an independent
contractor, that's the only right we have as an independent contractor. But I'm not going to put it away. 3 or 4 years ago, I would have said absolutely not. Now, with all the shenanigans they're pulling with everything, I wouldn't be surprised that if Uber puts you in a quiet timeout or something, if you do 3, 4 in a row, because that's messing up with the expected supply out there. So it potentially.
Yeah, but see, here's the thing. Again, if you have several drivers who are doing this all around the area whenever they're driving, it's going to be much bigger than that. So even if they try putting you in a timeout, it's not going to matter because the demand is going to overcome your little timeout. And if they continue in timeout, that just means that's one less driver on the road, and that's only eventually screwing them because it's going to lead to longer wait times and increased prices. Because if you're taking drivers off, then the demand still picks up. Then you have a surge discrepancy there. So
No,
Yeah,
we
when it
both
comes down
suggest
to it.
people to turn your app off. Now, if you're on a streak or something, don't forget to turn it back on because your streak will burn and you'll blame us for it. But
Yeah.
you're messing with the supply in the area, okay? Especially if there's tight supply, it's already surging. If you drive into a surge area with your app on, you're gonna get, first of all, you're gonna get sent a garbage trip out of the surge zone anyway, because they haven't been able to sell it to anybody. But we suggest that you immediately turn your app off and go with no new requests. It's your right as an independent contractor. So,
Yep. All right, and then the last comment here. This was in regards to when we were talking about the tablet that Uber is putting into cars, and it's paying what, 7 cents a trip or something, which is ridiculous. McCoffman, another comment that he said he has a tablet in his car already and promotes local businesses in the area and charge what he wants for each
not a
business.
bad idea.
That is one of the smartest things. If you're good at networking, if you have a tablet and you have, some pretty good skill, a lot of times these companies will have all of their logos. If they're doing any sort of online advertisements or anything like that, they will have the ability to provide that to you. You could work with these local businesses, charge your own, and put it on a loop or whatever you want to do with it. You can charge your own thing. I came across, I saw this, I thought this was
Brilliant.
fantastic.
Brilliant.
So the whole thing is, this is called Show Me the Money, and this guy's doing the money.
Brilliant.
Now the thing is, if you do Uber Eats, this is a great way where you can network with businesses when they're slow, not when they're crazy busy trying to do this. Do it when they're slower. But either way, if you're going around to local businesses and saying, "Hey, I'm a rideshare driver, and there's a lot of people getting in and out of my car, especially those who may be out of town or whatever. Would you like to advertise? I have a tablet, and we can work out something." Yeah, you could put something in for yourself. So this is just an idea. If anybody likes this idea, I mean, Amazon's got Prime Day going on right now. You could probably pick up a tablet real cheap. You could pick up one of the things there probably to keep you in your car real cheap too. So if this is something that you're interested in, let us know how it works, and we could go from there.
Our last 2 months ago, Show Me the Extra Miles Sunshine Award winner, John from Louisville, Kentucky. He has a pamphlet that he created. He hands out with all the best restaurants, best hotels, best bars to hang out at. He gets tips right and left. He has something similar, but not electronically on a tablet, but on a pamphlet that he printed on his computer. And I think it's brilliant. Beat Uber to it. Screw Uber.
Oh yeah, and the other thing too, you could go to those businesses and say, "Hey, look, this is what's going on. Would you like to advertise on my pamphlet?" And you could collect an advertising fee or anything like that. So it just depends. You could even, there's a lot of different ways you could get out there and get some money on top of the fares that you're taking. So these are just some little ingenious ideas from the comments that we've seen. So McCoffman, awesome idea there. So we wanted to let you guys know. So if you guys want to do something like that as well too, by all means. And then again, let us know how your success has been with that, because we'd love to know.
Yep. All right.
We have our last little thing to do, and that is our little giveaway. Who wants some money?
There we go.
All right. Hashtag SMTMC for the win.
And the show.
Joel
Borrero. Joel Borrero. Okay, Joel, email me, Sergio@therideshareguy.com, as well as the 3 Ualett winners, the Yaba Bayou, Amazing View, Mike Smith, and I put a alternate there if one of you 3 don't show up. Brian in Orlando is going to be it. Craig Bethel, email me for the 25, and Joel Borrero, email me, Sergio@therideshareguy.com. Fast pay makes fast friends.
Yep. So, that's the end of today's show. We do have another show coming out very soon on Thursday called EV Money. So that is for drivers with EVs or thinking about EVs. That is with our EV resident Gabe. So he will be on that. I will be on that as well. That is going to be on Thursday, so stay tuned for that. Don't forget, tomorrow is Money Hungry with Kim and Zach. We'd like to thank Drue again for coming on, sharing what's going on with him with DoorDash, how he's paying it forward, how it's kind of snowballing, becoming even bigger. And then congratulations to all the winners. Thank you to everybody with the super chat, everybody in chat. Appreciate it. Glad seeing you all here. And we'll see you guys next week. Do we have anything? What's up?
We missed you. We missed you, people. Partner, I missed you last week, but I think we're back on a groove. And Gig With It. Link in the show notes. You use Sergio, extra 50% off. What happened, Derek? I thought you were going to golf. What happened? You didn't go golfing? Anyway, know your worth, people. Thumbs up. We love you. See you next week.
All right. And to end the show on a laughing note.
Yeehaw!
Yeehaw!